everybody, it's Alyce-Kay Ruckelshaus from Threshold of Hineni and the Widow Ruckelshaus, and we're working on this really cute little tiny journal, and we are ready to put ribbons and stuff on these cards that these tags that we're going to put inside the journal. It won't take us very long to do that, so after that we'll put them in the journal, get an idea of what else we need. I also have some scripture cards that I want to look through and see if any of them would be appropriate, so if we have time we'll do that as well. The main thing today is choosing which ribbons or lace or even leather go best with each of these cards. So I don't have these in any particular order, excuse me. I was drinking kombucha and it's kind of coming up here. But I just like randomly picked them up, and we'll just go through and figure out what works best. So I have some of the leather cord that I sometimes use for binding. I have some twine. I have some of Bill's yarn here that we can use. I found this cardboard. This is like, a pull tag from something, and look at that. Isn't that cool? So I don't know if I'll use some of it for, like, instead of ribbon. It's pretty strong because of the string that goes through it, or I might save it to use on another one, like on the side of a page or something. But I've just got it out here just in case. This could be used as a tab. I've got some ribbons that are left from some other things. I've got this lace which we didn't use in the book, but which would be really good for ribbons. This one might be a little bit too wide, but this would be perfect. I've got this that could be turned into a tab. I have some of the sari silk, and I've got this edging that would be perfect because it's just the right color. And then I've got these ribbons. This one, this grosgrain, would be too thick to go through the hole for these little tiny tags, but it might make a good tab if we want to use a tab. And then this is from a Acantha quilt, and I'll just show you really quickly a piece of Acantha quilt that I have here. I get these from the same Indian woman in India that and she's Indian, that I get my saris from, that I make into sari silk ribbons. And this one I'm cutting up to use for different things, but I have like 20 of them. These are made from, this particular one is cotton. These are made from old saris that have been sewn together, just layers and layers of saris, and then they just do this running stitch through it, and they make really nice warm quilts. But they also make great covers for junk journals. So anyway, so this is from the edge of one. So if we use it, I don't know if we might want to pull some of these threads out, or if that would just like add to the grunginess or what. I don't know, we'll see. So let's get going. Let's push this all aside, and we'll just grab whatever looks right. So again, like I said in the last video, try not to think too much about it. Don't be too analytical, because if you are, it's like you're just going to overthink it. Your artistic side of your brain is one side, and your analytical side of the brain is the other. So just put the analytical one to rest, let it have a break, and use the creative side of your brain. Okay, so I picked this up and immediately thought, oh, this one needs this lace. I think that'll be perfect. Now, can we get it through this little tiny hole? I'm not sure. So what I do is I roll up the end like so, both ends, or I take the center. And in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the center and kind of roll it up so that it'll fit through the hole. I stick it through the hole. You could do it either way, just kind of depending on how you want it to go, and you'll see what I mean when I finish here. So I've got a loop this way, okay? And then I pull these two pieces through that loop, and voila. And that way it sticks up straight, okay? If I want to tie a knot instead, then it'll go out to the sides. And this is some white polyester lace that I coffee dyed, so you can see how with the polyester, and actually I think this one, I had turned the oven on to dry it, and it started burning. So it's got these really cool little burn marks and everything on it. It's really neat, but could have caught fire. So don't try that. I don't recommend it. Okay, so that one looks cool. Okay, and then this one has some of the red on it. So I think I want to use some of the, actually I'm going to use this silk, because I really love the silk. Okay, so when you're tearing silk, it's best if you have a mask on. I didn't know that, and I had been tearing silk for quite a while, since November a year ago. And I got this really horrible cough, and I didn't know what it was from. It took me a few minutes to realize, because one time I was tearing silk and I saw all these beautiful fibers in the air, and it was just, the sun was glinting on it, and I thought, oh, that's so pretty, all those fibers. And then I realized I'm breathing those. And that's when I realized that my cough started about the same time that I started tearing silk. And so, yeah. I probably have tons and tons of silk in my lungs, because I still have that cough. It's been almost a year and a half, and I still have the cough. And I don't know if it's if it's moist in there, if it'll make it into like silk cement or something. I don't know, but it can't be good. So I really, really recommend, if you're going to be tearing silk, to put a mask on to do that. Okay, and it's not difficult. It's not as easy as tearing cotton, but it's not horribly difficult. Okay, let's see if we've got another one for this piece here. Yeah, here we go. Perfect color. So we're going to do it the same way. This one I'm going to do from the front, just so that you can see what the difference is, okay? So I'm going to push this through here and make my loop, and then bring those other two pieces through. Really easy. Okay, so here's the difference. When I push it through from the back, then I've got these two pieces going on the side like this, which I think is really pretty. When I push it through from the front, then you've got kind of like a knot here at the top. So it's just whatever you want. Okay, so this one, they punched the hole, kind of funny. So we're gonna make a tab for that. So I'm gonna set that aside, because we'll probably use the sewing machine for that. And then this one's cute. Let's use some lace for that, since it's a wedding. And it would be better if I use my fabric scissors for cutting lace. You don't need a real big piece, just like that. Lace, you don't really have to cut on the angle. Ribbon, I would. Oh yeah, see, this is barely going to go through the hole, so that wider lace is definitely not going to go through. So I think we'll set this stuff aside, because that's too wide. Okay, and then we'll bring this through the hole, make our little two guys go through the loop. I kind of cut this a little bit short, I think. Plus I want it to be long enough. I mean, this is fine, because you can use it to pull it up out of a pocket, but it's not going to stick out this anywhere. Well, it is a sideway one, so it might stick out a little bit, but I like them to stick out more than that. Okay, this one we still need to do, so we're going to put that up there. Okay, then we've got this gal who's jumping, and let's use some more of the sari silk here. Right, I think let's just go ahead and cut right here. We won't get any of the design that way. We'll just get the, oops, I gotta cut it more. Like I said, this doesn't tear quite as easily as cotton does. Well, that didn't tear at all. Okay, let's cut it instead. It's just, I'm trying to tear too narrow of a piece. Could do that with cotton, but not so much with the sari silk. Okay, I'm just going to cut it all the way to the end. I'm not going to use that big of a piece, but I can cut it up. Okay. I can hear my cat upstairs. All right. So this one doesn't have much color on it, so let's go ahead and put this. I'm going to put this one through, just one piece through, so that you can see what it looks like when you tie a knot. Okay. One of the nice things about sari silk is it just frays like crazy. So it looks really neat, and it's really lightweight and thin, but it's hard to get it to bunch up enough to go through a hole. Okay, so we're just going to tie this one at the top here, and I'm not trying to get them even. I want them to be two different lengths. But see, this is what it looks like when you do that. Okay, So it kind of goes up. It's more at an angle. If I double knotted it, they would go straight out. Okay. All right, let's put this one through as a loop. I don't know, this one just seems like it needs a little more, so let's put that aside too to figure out what we're going to do with it. Okay, I'm going to put this one is also crooked, so we're going to put this with the tomato one to put a tab on it. Okay, so let's use this one for these gals. I'm putting the center through. Again, I made this too short. I mean, it's okay, but it's not long like I like it to be. All right. So there we go. That's pretty, huh? I love the sari silk for tags. All right, and then this one here, let's use some of this ribbon. So same thing, I'm gonna just twist it in approximately the middle. I don't usually go for the exact center. And I'm gonna punch it through. And then I'm going to bring this ribbon up through the center right there. You got it, and that's nice and long. I like that. That's about the length that I like. Okay, we have these ballerinas. So what should we use for them? Let's use some of this leather cord here. Actually, the leather cord, let's use that for the kids. Oh, that's over to the side too, so we're going to put a tag on that. Let's use it for the zinnias. Okay, so I'm going to put these two ends through. I just think that would be easier than putting the center through. Okay, and I'm going to pull them through the loop. I'll tell you what, the leather cord works really, really well because it just holds whatever shape you tell it to hold. It's really nice. So there you go with that one. Okay, and then this one, I think I want some of this burgundy. This is cotton. This is from a Acantha quilt. So it's from a cotton sari. Cutting it in half, and that'll give me longer pieces. I should be able to tear this. Let's try it because I want this thinner than it is. It's very thin fabric, so I was afraid it might not, but it worked great. Okay, so let's give that color to the ballerinas. What should we give to Gustav Stickley? Oh, see, isn't that great? I like that. I really, really like that. Okay, and then let's give some of that to Gustav also. Okay, so we're going to twist it in the center and put it through. This had an entire article about this guy. I don't know why it was in the Tennessee magazine because he was from Wisconsin and then his factory was in New York, so it had nothing to do with Tennessee that I could see. But I thought it might be fun to cut up his article into paragraphs to put on bigger cards for a different journal. I just thought that would be kind of fun. Okay, let's use this ribbon. Ew, I think for this, oh, you know what? Okay, this we can try something on. So I got at the Dollar Tree yesterday, I got these rub-on transfers. Should we try one of these and see what they do? I have no idea how these work, so we don't know. We'll just try them out and find out. You have to use water. If you have to use water, then I'll have to rub firmly. Okay, looks like you just put it down and rub it firmly. So let's use, how about, ooh, this bee. How do we get them off? Is it right here? I guess cut them. Okay, where are my paper scissors? Let's just see how this works. It's kind of, actually let's use this bigger bug, whatever that is. Is that a flying ant? Ick. I think so, I think that's what it is. Okay, like I said, I've never used these before, so it may not be really cool. It looks like it's cut around it someplace. Okay, I think I probably have to peel off the back, yeah. Okay, and then let's put this like right here. And then we'll rub it and see what happens. These were from the Dollar Tree. Okay, I might put another bug down here if this works well. That's cute. I like that. Okay, let's put another bug down there. What else is there? There's that fly. Ew, or this one here, the little beetle that's in the case thing. Okay, let's do that. These are put together really closely. It's kind of hard to get to them. But if we're patient and we're skillful fancy cutters, we can do it. Okay, I don't want to cut that button. There we go. Okay, so let's do this one. We'll put it down here. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Okay, the trick is getting the backing off that hard paper here. Come on. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to put that right there. So that makes it more interesting, doesn't it? Look at that. Isn't that cool? Okay, so that's a cool tag. Okay, this needs something kind of special. How about gold? No, maybe some more of this red stuff here. Okay, let's tear this in half. I don't know if these scissors will work. Yep. Okay, we'll set that thing aside. There we go. Okay. So this will give us a lot of this burgundy red sticking out the side, which will be really nice. Out the side and out the top. Okay. And how about gold to go with this, with the zinnias? I think that's pretty. I'm going to just leave it that long so it'll have a nice long thing to stick out the top. And these might be kind of pretty with a layer of Mod Podge over the top too. The only thing is that then it would be hard to write on the front, you know, but you could have it so that you could just write on the back that way. I'm going to put this with this one that has just the text and the stars. We're almost done, and then we'll see where these all fit. So today, this afternoon, a friend and I went down to my storage lockers. I have 2 storage units full of stuff from our house up in the mountains, and I have to go through it for my husband's estate. I've got to sell all this stuff. So it's like emotionally draining, and it's also physically hard because there's a lot of big furniture, especially in the front. So I've got to get that all sorted, and I have to sell it somehow. I guess I'm going to try like putting it online and stuff. Okay, so here's another wedding one. Let's use some more of the lace for that. I'm cutting them a little bit longer than I had been so that we have it some nice big pieces that'll stick up. That one's a little bit off to the side, but I think it's okay. I suppose I could also punch a new hole with my hole punch, but I do want to have some tabs on some of them, so the ones that are way over, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, let's put some gold with this one, with this couch, this living room setting. And okay, here's our tabs. We've got one, how many? We have 1, 2, 3 that need tabs. So we've got 1, 2. I'll figure out something else for another tab. Okay, so yeah, so one thing I was worried about was like, we've had a lot of rain and I was afraid that maybe some rain would have gotten into them, but nope, it was great. There wasn't any rain inside, so nothing was ruined. I did open up one of the storage things and a skink ran out. So that was kind of fun. Oh, how about some of this? I haven't used any of this white satin ribbon. It'd be very pretty. Ugh, if I can get the thing off of it. There we go. Okay, so with ribbon, you do want to cut it at an angle so that it won't fray. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this one at an angle. There we go. So let's go ahead and put this through, and then we're going to do tabs on these ones, and I'll show you how to do those tabs. And then we're going to put these into our journal so we can see what else we need. And we should have time to look through some scripture cards that I have. You know what? This is close to the center, and I really wanted to put some of this yarn in, so I think I'm going to do it on that one. So for the yarn, what I do is I just take some big strands here, and I'm kind of combing through them to make sure that none of them are, you know, like little tiny thin ones. And I'm going to twist it like I did with the ribbon, and put it through the little hole here if I can. These are really small holes in these. Okay, there we go. And then find my loop, which is a little hard because I've got all these strands. I've got to make sure that see, here's one that I've got both sides on one. Okay, there we go. All right, and then I'm going to put all these ends through there. And it'll make kind of like a tassel. I really like it when I use this yarn. There we go. I meant to use it on more of them, but we've got it on one. Okay, so then these are both going to be tabs. I think I'm going to use glue for them. I think I want, would this one look better with this or with this? It would look better with this, and then I'll use the piece of lace on the other. This has some thread hanging here. I'm going to leave it because I like that. Okay, I'm going to use my Crafter's Pick glue. I'm going to put some, I'm leaving this on. I could cut it off, but I like that. You know, it's one of those things that just makes it look like you've used junk. And so it's really cool. And I'm putting that on the back there. Okay, so see the thread has come out, but I'm going to put it where the glue is going to be so that we'll get that thread still sticking out there. You know, it just makes it look more of the shabby chic that we're trying to get. Okay, and then I'm going to put some glue across here, and it's okay that it's going to go through the hole onto the other side of the fabric. That's totally fine. And see that? Isn't that cute? That makes us a nice little pull tab. Okay, I'm going to set that aside to dry. The lace is going to be a little bit more difficult. I just think that this cardboard is too thick for my sewing machine. So I'm going to put some glue here, and I am definitely going to have to set this aside someplace to dry. And then I'm going to put some glue across here. I'm going to put it someplace where it can stand up to dry, because I don't want the glue getting all over anything. So let's see here. I've got a drawer I can stand it up in. There we go. Okay, let's close up the glue and wipe it off with a scrap of paper here. Okay. By the way, if you get glue on your clothes, you can wash it off. I use like Noxzema face pads on my face, and then I look for any glue on my clothes and wipe it off with those, and that works really well. Okay, so we're done with these. We're going to stick these aside. I'm not going to put them away yet because I may need to make more tags, and I don't know if I'll do those on camera or not. If I do them on camera, I'll let you know that, you know, I'm just like doing more tags, and if they're not going to be different, you don't need to watch it. Okay, so here's all these little scraps that'll be great for the Franken paper. Okay, so let's get our cards here and our book, and I want to get out these scripture cards. Oh, okay, so this one's for men, but still it's the right colors. It would be really cool. And these ones are the right colors too. So I think those would be the best ones if we're going to use any. But let's see what we can do first with all these. Okay, so we're just going to go through and we're going to stick these in places where we need cards. Now this one, yeah, it has a top tuck here, so I think that's really cute with these kids. So let's just put that there. We're going to have this come up right to the top of the page so that all of this is sticking out. All right, and then an envelope. Does this have a pocket? I don't think so. I think it's just the envelope. That's kind of odd though, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we'll put these kids here, and I want to have that so that the yarn is sticking up. And then this envelope has a side tuck, so we want one that goes that direction. So this one here goes this direction, This one goes the right direction, so we can do this. And if we have enough, we can come back and put another one in here too. Okay. That one's actually a good size for... It's the same size, yeah. I just want to make sure, because if I have another one that would work here. Okay, this is sideways, the same as that one. This is sideways this direction. Let's get all of our sideways ones. This one goes this direction. This one goes this direction. Is that all the side? Oh, we've got one more that's, two more that are sideways. So this one goes this direction and this one goes this direction. Okay, this is shorter. I'm going to use this for sticking out the side and save that other one with the long ribbon for sticking out the top. Okay, let's kind of skip some pages just in case we don't have enough. We can always come back and do some of those others. Let's do this little girl here. Oh, or the bride and groom. That's cute. Okay. Or, nope, the little girl has a longer ribbon, so let's stick it in there so we have that sticking up. Okay, then let's put at least one of these in here. Is this not a pocket? I guess not. Okay, so we've got that sticking up. I'm skipping some pages just because I don't think I have enough to fill all these, so we're going to end up making some more cards or using scripture cards or something. This is sideways one. Yes, it's a sideways one. So we want another one that's sideways like this. Wow, okay, this is actually too fat. So we're going to have to make something narrow to go in there. And let's get one with a long ribbon here. How about this Gustav Stickly guy? I just love that. I love it, I love it. Okay, is this a side or a top? This is a top. Let's put this bride and groom there. Let's skip a couple pages. Okay, we've got a sideways one here. So let's do that one. Let's bring it down to the bottom. And then we've got, okay, so now we can go back and we can fill some of the, ooh, this is a tuck. Let's put this in there. I'm specifically using one that doesn't really have a picture on it to go in that one because we've got the rose. Okay, now we could stick it through this way, but then our ribbon's not going to show. So I'm going to put it in this way so that our ribbon will stick above the top. Okay, and then let's find some more spaces. See, and we can put more than one in these things, but I probably won't. I'll probably just put one in simply because I don't want to overstuff it. That's my tendency, is to overstuff these things. Okay. Oh, this one was too small. We need to get something small to go in there. We don't have to put something in every pocket. I tend to do that, and then people say that I put too much in my pockets. Okay, so I think this one here, now these are for men, but you know, a woman can use these to give to her husband or some man or something. Okay, I haven't read all these. We need a new generation of men like Jesus Christ, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, who say to God, not my will, but yours be done. At the end of their lives, say, Father, I glorified you on the earth, and I have completed the work you gave me to do. That's beautiful. Okay, so let's put this in here. Okay, so you can see it sticking out there. And let's look for one of these to go in here. Oh, come on here. And again, I haven't read through all these either. These are both from Mary and Martha that I sell also. I'll put a link to these. How about one of these brown ones in here? Okay, actually, let's find out what it says. Let us love one another, for love is from God. 1 John 4:7. That's great. Okay, and then this is this fold-out thing. That would be a good place to put one of these men's ones. Okay, so let's put that right here. That way you can see there's something there, but we don't want to use something with a ribbon. Okay, so that's good. This is going to need something thin. That's good, right there. Okay, and then Oh, this one needs a sideways one. So we can put this here. Let's put it up towards the top of the pocket. And, oh, we have this one too. Let's do, what does this say? We know what real love is because Jesus gave up his life for us. Okay, so that's a good one to put right there. And people can always take these cards out if they don't like them. Okay, these all go, well, this one can go either direction. So let's put that one right there. And then let's use this right here. That's big enough to go out the top. And then we need one for the ladies with the mask. So where do we have an empty space for the ladies with the masks on? Wow. Okay, this one needs a smaller tag. Oh, we've almost filled this up, you guys. Oh my goodness. Yes, we made plenty of tags, didn't we? Okay, so we have 2 left. Let's put them in someplace where we can put more than one thing. Like this. Well, no, it needs to be something on this side because I think we want to keep these ladies right side up. Okay, or we can put them like in a top thing. So let's just look and see where we've got, yeah, like this would be a great place right here. I'm going to kind of put it that way so that it'll come out the side. And then we've got one more here to put in. Can't believe we've pretty much filled all the pockets except for this one here that needs more. Let's put this in here. Belly bands can hold a lot of stuff. Okay, and yes, okay, so all we need is something that's skinny enough to fit into that one. Oh gosh, and this is really full. Okay. All right, that's good. I think that's, oh, and we still have these 2 that I'm waiting to dry. So those will need to be put in too. I'll just put those in. I'll double them up with something when I'm, you know, not on camera. So I won't be making any more cards. I might make a skinny card to go in that one. Actually, we could cut one of these cards to make it, no, it's not going to be narrower than that. Okay, so we're just going to have to make something really thin. What do I have? I thought I had, didn't I have a piece of coffee dyed card? Here's my vintage photo that I've been looking for. Shoot. I'm just looking really quick to see if I can find something quick without holding you guys up here for too long. I should have something that I can put in there. Okay, well, I'll find something thin that I'll put in there. And if I decorated it all, I'll just show you later. But that's, I mean, you've got the basic idea. So I think, basically, I think we're done with this, you guys. I feel kind of sad because I really thought that I still had a few more videos to do on this, but I don't. Okay, so I guess the next thing is the flip through. And I need to make a closure for this, which I'm kind of thinking lace. Don't you think? I think that'd be cute. All right, so I love you all. I will talk to you later. The next one's going to be the flip through. Bye-bye.